Okay, where do I start? I guess at the beginning is the best place to start. So, a friend of my girlfriend was having a birthday party in this gay bar, and I also got invited, and I was like, sure, why not? I'm happy to go, try something new. I've never been to a gay bar before. This'll be an experience. So, day of, I get hit with this crazy fucking cold. I was like dying, I was coughing and wheezing. Um, at Pre's, we were just like pre-drinking. I had like a single can of Jack and Coke, because they do that in cans now, which is kind of weird. It was not cold, it was like room temp. But I couldn't even finish that, probably because it was room temp, but I thought it was really bad. So I'm like pretty sober going in here, and the walk to the place took a little bit. We also got a bus, and I'm pretty motion sick, so that didn't help. I was feeling pretty nauseous by the time we actually got there. Anyways, we walk in. They appreciated my ID, said I looked very cute. I was like, thank you. Uh, Walk upstairs to this just a place with some seats. Oh, also I should mention that it was drag night, so there was actually a drag show on, which was cool because I've never seen one of those before. So I was getting all excited. And I'm like, okay, so didn't really drink that much at Pre's. Everyone else is pretty tipsy. Let me go get a drink, because we were playing like social games. I was just getting to know everyone there because I didn't really know the birthday girl all that well. And I get my drink, I put it down at the table, I chat for a second, and then I'm like, you know what, this journey's really taking it out of me. I need to go take a piss. So I go up to the bar, I just make some small talk, and I'm like, hey, where's the bathroom? This is my first time here, yada yada yada. Walk over to the bathroom, and then I'm like in there, pissing, having a good time, just, feeling refreshed, and this guy walks past me. I don't think too much of it because, it's a urinal. Actually, I should point out that this bathroom was just like a long corridor, and the urinals were like right at the beginning. And I was at like the second urinal, because why would I go to the end of the corridor, And I walked over there, started pissing, then this guy walks behind me, and the club is like only open, it's like 9 p.m. So it's pretty empty, right? And so this guy had just walked past me, and then he really quickly like comes back and is standing behind me for a second, and then says, do you know what that is? And I was like, what? And he goes, is that yours? And I'm like, no, because at this point I'm thinking, okay, he's either like making a joke where he's like, is that your self-respect on the ground? And then you look and it's like, ha 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 ha, you got me. Or worst case, he like put his drink behind me and I'm gonna knock it over and then he's gonna try and get me to pay for it, which would suck because drinks are pretty expensive here. I paid €9 for a vodka Coke. Like, what the fuck is going on there? Anyways, I just walk over to the sink, I'm ignoring this guy, I don't even look at what he's talking about, and then he gets a little more aggressive and he goes, do you know what that is? I'm like, no. I'm getting a little heated now as well because this guy's been pestering me for about 30 seconds, I was just trying to take a nice piss, and he just wasn't having it. So I look over to what he's pointing at this whole time, and literally on the ground behind the second urinal, which, may I remind you, is the only one that I was at, and this bathroom was empty, besides me and this guy, and the club had like only been open maybe 20-30 minutes, there was just a big pile of Coke on the floor. And he was like, is that yours? And now that I've seen it, I was like, oh. And then this guy, it gets even worse. Turns out this guy is staff. And then I'm like, oh no, I've been getting kind of aggressive with staff now. Oh gosh. So I'm like, no, I don't know what that is. I just doubled down and I'm like, no, I have no idea. So I just looked extra fucking suspicious, purely because I was like, well, now if I go, yes, I think that's cocaine, he's probably going to be like, so you do know what it is. How about you come with me to the manager's office? and I didn't want any part in that, you know, I didn't want to make a scene and like ruin the birthday. So one final time I just go, no, I don't know what that is. Much more polite this time because I thought it was just some like weirdo, but it was actually just a guy doing his job, so I felt pretty bad about that. And I walk out of the bathroom, and would you believe it, he comes following me immediately afterwards. But I've gone back to the table with this group of people, there's like 8 of us, and he just keeps fucking circling around that area, just fucking watching me. And then eventually some other staff come up, but he eventually chilled, kind of left me alone after, after like an hour. He finally left and just went to do something else because the place actually got busy, and I think the real drug dealers and drug users arrived. So he wasn't really caring about the small fry like myself. Not that I did drugs, I want to make that very clear. I was not doing cocaine, I was just pissing. I don't think that needed to be stated. But yeah, so the next kind of quirked up thing that happened to me while I was there is the drag show started. And we were watching it, and because we were like up on the balcony and it was like packed, I didn't have the greatest view, so I was looking at it through this like CRT TV, and it just looked really like vintage and cool. It was definitely an interesting show. The choreography especially was so fucking impressive. I'm really bad at lip syncing and in general just dancing. I have like no rhythm. So watching these performers just absolutely crush it was so cool. And then they also like, there would be two or three of them on stage at a time, and it was just really cool. The host, like the main drag queen, if that's the correct terminology, really fucking charismatic. I was actually laughing like a lot. Yeah, then they pulled up some guests, and pretty much all of them were from America because it was spring break at the time. So that was fun. One guy got pulled up there, said his name was Connor, got made fun of, and they were like, if that isn't the plainest name ever. The only American performer pulled up this Connor guy, and they were like, where are you from? Somewhere in Europe? That was their accent, I guess. And he just goes, no, I'm from Rhode Island. I just found that really fucking funny. That made me laugh a lot. While watching this drag show, though, this older gentleman comes over, and look, I'm hot as fuck, I know, but this older gentleman comes over, and I'm just holding my girlfriend, you know, enjoying the show, laughing, we're just yapping, and he comes over and he brushes past me. I didn't really think much of it because there was a group of guys right next to us. I thought he was part of that group. But no, he ignores that group, and he's just staring me down. You know, his peepers are locking onto mine, but mine weren't really looking at him. So the second he got an opportunity, he like knocks into me, and I was like, oh, sorry. And I didn't think much of it. I was just like, no, it's okay. And then a couple minutes later, he fucking turns to me, and he says something. But I didn't hear him because there's like music blaring and the performers are singing, all this stuff. But then when there's like the brief intermission of just, you know, all the performers getting ready again, he turns to me with phone and a glass in his hand. Now, honestly, just really quickly, hold a glass and a phone in your hand. And this is what this guy says to me. He goes, can you hold my drink? Because I can't take a photo. And immediately this is setting off alarm bells because I'm like, oh my god, this fella's hitting on me. Because if you did do my little experiment, if you followed what I was asking, you realize you can take a photo with your hand one-handed like very easily. Yeah, so it was one of two things. You know, I'm a bit of an egoist. I think I'm fine shit, so I assume he was hitting on me, but also the place that we went to apparently had like a very big like spiking culture, and the staff already thought that I had been doing coke. So I didn't really want to take this guy's drink and then him just go, he's trying to spike me. So I just went, no. I should also preface that like he was trying to chat to me like for maybe 10 minutes or so since he like nudged up near us, and I just kept shutting it down because I'm out there for a birthday and I'm feeling sick, so I'm not really in the mood to mingle. And at this point, this guy would not take no for an answer, so I was pretty fed up, and I was just like, no, I'm not taking a photo. You know, really puffed out my chest, big boy mode engaged, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that, because whether he was hitting on me or, he could have been like, ooh, he tried to spike me, or blah blah blah, maybe he just like wanted me to hold his drink. I don't know, I thought it was really sus and really strange. Anyways, he lifts up his phone, takes like 2 photos, walks away, and nudges into me, and he just goes, sorry. Which, I mean, can you get more passive aggressive? Brother, leave me alone. I I was actually going crazy. I just wanted to enjoy a chill little night, have some drinks, hang out with my friend, well, my girlfriend, and make some new friends of the birthday girl. Anyways, yeah, that was my experience at a gay bar. Afterwards, we went over to Gay Spar. This was at the George, by the way. I don't think I ever mentioned this. But we went over to Gay Spar, and the group we were with, some guy bumped into us, and I just thought that like he was like a friend the way everyone was talking to him. But no, I was just not paying enough attention because they weren't like in an aggressive tone or anything. They were just like, fuck you, watch your step, dickhead, or something like that. So me and my girlfriend went into Spar, got some goodies, and then took the trip back home. I made some like really, really bad small talk with the bouncer, or sorry, the Uber driver. I was like, yeah, I was at a gay bar tonight, saw my first drag show, and he's like, okay. He just did not fucking care. Usually I try and like converse with them a little bit, because I like getting to know people. But he was not having it. Also, the way out of that place is a completely different like door. Like you have to go from the main floor, you have to go back upstairs, then you have to like go across, and then you have to like go down a set of steps and then go out. It actually felt like a maze because I'd never been there before. I didn't know where the hell I was going. But yeah, really good time. To track shows, it was actually really fun. I would see it again. Yeah, honestly, it was a fun night. I have no complaints. I enjoyed it.